Next question says, question for you. I strained my back fairly badly about 10 days ago, and it's not gotten a whole lot better over the past week. I'll post my workout results in the blog portion of the RTS site. Is there any new recommendation or things that you would recommend for moving forward? Yeah, there is. So the first thing that you need to do is to get pain-free or relatively pain-free in your normal day-to-day movements. When you can do body weight movements and be mostly pain-free, then it's acceptable to start a reintroduction protocol. Now, the typical thing that we recommend for reintroduction, meaning that you're pain-free in day-to-day life, you can do your body weight and you're pain-free, and it's time to start moving back toward normal training again. The first thing that we would do is 15% of your 1 rep max for a set of 10. And we're going to see how you respond to that. You'll do 2 sets of 10 at 15%. The next step in the progression is 30% for 2 sets of 10, then 45% for 2 sets of 10, then 60% for 2 sets of 8. Okay? And then once you hit that mark, you're generally able to reintroduce back to normal training. Within reason, I wouldn't go nuts and start doing heavy singles, but you can handle sets of 5 at 8. You can handle stuff like that. And in another 1-2 weeks from that point, you're usually 100%. Now, those are 4 steps in the progression. How fast you go through those 4 steps really depends on the speed at which you're recovering. If you're pain-free in a couple days, then you might progress through those 4 steps in about 2 weeks. If it takes you a full week of no training, no aggravating it to get pain-free, then I would progress through these steps in about 1 step per week. So that'll take you 4 weeks to get through it. So you're going to kind of match the pace with how fast you're recovering. How fast do you get pain-free? I also wanted to mention that this is all contingent on the fact that it is a strained muscle in your back. If it's anything more serious than that, if it's a muscle tear, if it's any sort of a joint issue, if it's a spinal issue, then this all goes out the window, and you really need to see some professionals to get a professional opinion on it. This is just, I dorked myself up a little bit. I'm going to be fine, but I need to reintroduce back to full-on training. And this is kind of a general thing that we have good results with. The biggest thing is to not cause a re-injury. If during this process you feel pain, you feel discomfort, you feel just a weirdness, then you need to go back a step maybe. You need to slow down the pace at a minimum and give yourself a little bit more time to get healed up. Like I said, the biggest thing to avoid in this case is re-injury. So I think that about covers it. The only other thing is just on a personal note, you mentioned that you strained your back about 10 days ago and it's not gotten a whole lot better. I don't know if you're still trying to complete your training or not. If you are, then maybe you need to stop that. We definitely need to see some movement on this. We need to see some improvement. And if it's not improving, then you need to see a professional about it and get their opinion. Now, if you're irritating it by training, then stop that. But if you're resting it, if you're not really actively irritating it and it's just not getting a lot better, then I would bring in a professional and see what they have to say. So hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any follow-up questions.